at Hoffman?
An inmate at Airway Heights Correction Center. This call will be recorded and monitored. If you wish to block any future calls of this nature, dial 7 now. To accept this call, press 5 now. To decline this call, hang up. Thank you.
Good morning, good people. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Hoffman. How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing fairly well. It's good to hear you. I had to touch base with you. Did you receive from Universal Life Church your paperwork?
I did, and that was a very generous, very kind thing you did. I appreciate that.
So I can call you Saint Rudy now and get away with
I don't know if I would feel comfortable with that, but I thank you very much.
Bless you. You needed that.
We both appreciate that. You're very kind.
Yes. Well, all that you folks do for all of us, you deserve that and more.
Well, it really touched our heart, and we thank you very much for that. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Oh my goodness! But
well, it's the least I can do from in here. Listen, I've got a request from everyone that you have contact with.
Okay.
My son is going in for back surgery on the 16th, and I need prayer.
Okay, you got it.
To be well.
You got it.
Well.
Yep. Did you get the letter? We have communicated with him, and he seems like a really good guy. He seems like he's very concerned about you, and I'm glad you guys are talking.
Of course he is. He's my son.
Amen. There you go. What do they say? The apple doesn't fall far from the tree. There you go.
That's what we're talking about.
Yeah. Right.
Well, it's just like the prodigal son parable.
Yeah.
There was a man who had two sons, and the younger son didn't want to be part of the farming or taking care of the animals or anything like that. He wanted to go and play, so he asked the father about, give me my share of the inheritance so that I can go do this and do that and stuff, and he did. And the son, he tried to keep the son, but the son wouldn't stay, so he went off to faraway city and squandered all of the money that his father gave him, and he ended up having to be a pig caretaker and was having to eat the stuff that the pigs were fed. And he says, what am I doing here? Why am I doing this? I have better fare in my father's house. Even if I went back now, I would still have better stuff caring for me than what I have here. So he went back, and then his father saw him from afar and ran to him, and they cried on each other's shoulders and stuff. And he asked his father to take him back as a servant so that he could make amends and stuff. He says, what, my son, a servant? No, we're going to have a great big feast because the one that was lost was found.
Amen. That's a beautiful story. That's a beautiful Bible story, and we're gonna keep your son in our prayers, Patrick. I pray that God directs the surgery.
This is the second time that I've experienced it in real life. When I was living with the Hoffmans, we had the same thing. We had a man that had left his family in California and was just on a drunken tear, and he got to somehow he got to our house through some friends, and we put him to work and gave him an understanding and a place in the house and stuff to live, and his own room, and share meals with all of us at the dinner table in the daytime and things. And he did this same thing and went out. I was old enough that I was playing music and stuff then, and he was a good man, a strong man, very very strong. He wasn't so wise though, and we were out at Colville, and I seen him at Colville. He came into where I was playing, and he kind of half acknowledged me, and I kind of was able to tell that he already had been drinking and stuff, and took off that night, and I never saw him again until after his accident. He went out past Deer Park and was going to Spokane, and this was in about February of that year, and there was no snow on the ground, but everything was frozen. The ground was frozen and everything. And he, on a long straightaway there by Clarkston, or not Clarkston, but Clayton, there was a new stretch of highway there, and he went to sleep at the wheel, and when he woke up, he was in the ditch, and he pulled the wheel real hard, and he was doing about 90 or better. And it threw the car into a side skid, and it started to roll, and it rolled 9 times. And he held on until the last roll, and got threw out of the car and skidded down the side of the pavement on his back. When the troopers found him, he was skinned from the top of his head all the way down to his heels, and the only thing that he had left on for clothing was his underwear and the belt that had his pants on. Everything else was ripped off. He had major trauma injuries and wasn't expected to live through the night. He continued to live and was in a coma for 6.5 weeks, and we didn't know that he was there in Deer Park Hospital at the time. We found out through things. I guess he came awake enough out of his coma and was able to write things down. He had such brain trauma and stuff. He'd lost his ability to speak and things like that. They had to install a trachea tube and things like that, and he had broken both arms and both legs and was in terrible, terrible shape. And so we found him and went to the hospital, and it had changed. The accident had changed a grown man into a little boy, and he wanted to come back with us, and we took him back for a little while, but it was so hard on Mom and everyone to be able to take care of him, and we contacted his mother, and then his mother wanted to move him back there. We had no way of paying for his hospital bills and stuff, and his mother in California had a health plan system that was able to take care of him and take care of the hospital bill that he'd ran up. It was like $30,000 back then, and that was major stuff that the folks at the time would have had to sell their ranch and everything to try to cover that, and we couldn't do that. But anyway, he came through that and was able to walk again, only with cane assistance, but he had been through death and come back again. And that's what I saw with my son when letter from him. Been found out. I'm on the phone. Give me 5 minutes. I've got to go.
Okay.
I've got to go. Talk to you
Patrick,
later.
we love you, Patrick. Okay.
We love you.